Students, we have seen Kepler's three laws. We know that Newton helps, these three laws help the Newton in the forming the formula of his law theory of gravitation. That's why now we have to see the next point, that Newton's universal law of gravitation. Now in this law, he told us that every object in the universe is attracted by every other object with a definite force, and this force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. What I want to tell you, that every object in the universe is attracted by every other object with a definite force. But what is that force actually, or what is the quantity of that force? This force is directly proportional to the product of their masses. If we consider the two objects, suppose mass m1 and m2, then this force, if we consider the objects of mass m1 and m2 and the distance between them is suppose d, then they are attracted by each other with a force F. Means object A attracts object B, as well as B also attracts by A. B also attracts the object A, and by some force, and that force is suppose capital F. Then according to Newton's law, this force is directly proportional to product of their masses. Product of mass of first object and mass of second object, m1 into m2, and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. Now this is proportionality. F is directly proportional to m1 m2 upon d square. Now again you know that this, if we want to change it into equation, now we have to take some constant of proportionality. Here F equal to capital G into m1 m2 upon d square, where G is constant of proportionality. Now this G is also called as universal gravitational constant. G is also called as universal gravitational constant. Now if we consider one object as object A, suppose having mass m, and the second object is nothing but the earth, which has the mass as a capital M. Consider the distance between two objects, this earth as well as mass, object of mass m. Suppose this distance is nothing but suppose r. Now putting the r is nothing but radius of the earth, because you know that radius of earth is so huge that this distance is negligible into when we consider the radius of the earth. Therefore in this example we take the distance of the object from the earth is nothing but radius of the earth. Then keeping r, value of d as a r, means radius of the earth, one object is as the earth and second one is our considered object, we can find out the value of G. We can calculate it, and we have already calculated it in 9th standard. The value of G is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11. The unit is Newton meter square kg raised to minus 2. This is the value of G, which is called as universal gravitational constant. You have to remember it. Okay. Now what is the D here? D means a distance between the two objects. Now when two objects or two bodies are there, either the bodies are spherical or maybe irregular. If the spherical bodies are there, then distance between those two bodies is nothing but distance between their centers, as shown in this figure. Now if the bodies are irregular bodies, then distance between their centers of masses, this distance d is nothing but distance between their centers of masses. Now you can see in this figure, these two bodies are irregular in shape. suppose the center of mass is here of this body and center of mass of this body is here, suppose, then here you have to consider D means distance between the centers of masses, and F is the, isn't it? Means bodies may be spherical, may be irregular. If spherical bodies are there, then distance D is nothing but distance between their centers. And irregular shapes, if the bodies are in irregular shapes, then distance D is nothing but distance between centers of their masses.